Kodak. Yo, I have legit no idea what just happened there. I have no clue. I went and looked, and then it was saying like some stream ended, but then like I think Streamlabs just basically glitched out there. That's the only thing I can think of, because when I went and looked on YouTube, the stream was still live. So that is the only thing I can think of. But that was fucking weird. I thought it was from watching the Bush stuff. I go, oh man, they fucking got me. I shouldn't have watched that George W. video. Did you guys see where I started showing the baseball? I'm like, I for sure was like, fuck, they got me. I thought I got in trouble there for showing the first pitch. I was like, I didn't know there was something wrong with that. But I don't know if something happened with, I don't know what happened there. I have literally no idea. I don't know if it was my fuck up. I think it was Streamlabs though, because I went to go into Streamlabs and then it said go live, which means it had ended. There might be some error reporting or something I can go look at. But anyways, I don't know what happened there. I don't think they liked this. I love Bush. I don't love Bush, but anyways. Giuliani first pitch baseball. The same pitch ball that he just threw out in that video. Right here. Oops. Uh-oh. What just happened there? Someone says, do Goatsy, so we know it's you. Back to full opacity. I mean, we could fuck with it. Is it worth it is the question. So hold on, let me make this thing again. Sorry, everybody, you're going to have to re-drop your links. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. That was honestly super bizarre. There's a real possibility I'd fucked up there, but I don't think so. I was just showing off the stupid baseball. And then all of a sudden, I get... there's something weird going on here with this video deal, doodad. Probably because I don't have a fucking producer. I don't know if a producer would help me with that, though. Maybe they would. Maybe they would not. More opacity? Should we be more opacity? There you go. There we go. All right, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Okay, Kluenberg's link. Let's see what we got here. We got more links, so drop them in there. We're a look inside the Kowloon walled city in 1990. I like stuff like this. Does this still exist or no? Is there still a walled city? That's the question. Drop your links, everybody. Drop the links. Yeah, I probably had everything. Bit of a one-stop shop, if you will. Sounds like a favela almost. Oh, people wanted to stay here? I was going to look up what happened to it, but I guess now we know. It's crazy that... Yeah, because I bet in China, lawlessness is actually kind of like cool. Oh no, it's the same link. The Hilarious House of Frightenstein. All right, Fran. You know I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan of the Hilarious House of Frightenstein. Is this an episode or what's this? I think I get... If you ever see me, I have a shirt with this. This is like this weird-ass Canadian... If you've never seen it, I'm sure some of you have because we've watched it in the after show before, but it's weird-ass Canadian kids show from the 70s. They shot it in Hamilton, Ontario. And Vincent Price. It's a good Halloween pick, Fran.
Your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. Solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
Solid show. Man, this video is 17 years old on YouTube. This must be one of the first YouTube videos. This literally must be... What year did YouTube start? This must be up there. We got a Goob with a Egypt-related short.
We would struggle to make the pyramids today. But you have to realize there's 2,300,000 stones in the Great Pyramid of Egypt. And some of them are cut from a quarry that's hundreds of miles away. And these are massive, massive stones that were cut with such precision. In some of the areas where you look at the stones, you can't even get a razor blade in between those rocks. And these are massive stones. We would struggle to make the pyramids today. But you have to realize there's 2,300,000 stones in the Great Pyramid of Egypt. And some of them are cut from a quarry that's hundreds of miles away. And these are massive, massive stones that were cut with...
This is Dalton's podcast?
Your milkshake.
16
You are
minutes. We can't
listening
have
to the
16
Billionaire
minute videos.
Podcast
Go on.
Network.
This is Dalton's new podcast? I like that.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel up north just to find
I feel like I don't. I'm gonna copyright claim whatever.
my head.
Can't imagine it was the rights to this.
Cornfield.
Patreon page for the show where we upload all of our premium episodes. It is essentially $75 for a sticker. But what like I've said before,
I
what
don't
you're
know.
paying for is the spiritual connection with yours truly, the unbreakable bond
was
between
Dalton-
yourself and a podcaster. And
Is Dalton trying to start a cult?
someone has subscribed to the $25 tier, and
Drop some more
as
links,
part
everybody.
of that of that agreement along with
Kluenberg says he saw an 18-year-old link the other day. That must be, when did YouTube start? When did YouTube start? February 14th, 2005. So, we're in year 18. Coming up next year will be the 19th anniversary. So that must be one of the oldest videos on YouTube. That's wild. Oh, you know what? This is a little callback to the show tonight. Kerr's molasses candies. These are these nasty Canadian candies. These were the worst. If you were Canadian, these were the worst candies that ever existed.
Maybe Kears.
It's not funny. I have a feeling I don't like these.
Made in Toronto. That's never a good sign.
Hey, shut up.
Nothing good has ever come out of Toronto.
Shut up.
They must have made new ones in the last couple of years, though, because these are actually soft.
Yeah,
Oh, they were
these
never
are
soft.
totally
You couldn't
not
even
the
bite
ones
into them.
that they used to give out when we were kids. You couldn't even chew them. They were hard as a rock.
They-
Unless
Canadian, the show.
they were left over from the year before.
What I'm thinking
the
is they
sound so
finally had
bad?
to make a second batch. Congratulations, Kears.
Kerr,
Feels
you
gross,
idiot.
though.
They're not as bad as they used.
Okay, hold on. Let's-
It's that time of year again, when I don one of the world's only Halloween costumes that actually goes quite well with binge drinking.
Oof.
But this year,
Big
just
yikes.
like every Halloween since
Cancel.
at least the 1960s, thousands of Canadian trick-or-treaters will be cursed to come home and find a handful of these at the bottom of their candy bag. These are Kerr's Molasses Kisses, and they are the worst Halloween candy in Canada. The worst Halloween candy in Canada. They get stuck to the wrapper.
Gun Host says, bro, I promise the first couple of minutes of jokes are better than you playing the last minute of what? What are you talking about? What did I do? What did I do? Are you saying for Dalton's show? It was a 15-minute podcast. Do you want me to watch? Nick Mullins, I remind you of Piers Morgan. Take that back. It's jokes because you have made far. Is it the jokes? No, what jokes? I don't even know what you're talking about. Are you saying that I cut the podcast short because of Dalton? No, I like Dalton. Bro, I promise the first couple of minutes of jokes are better than you playing the last minute. I'm generally curious why you did that. Okay, I'll play it again then. I thought it was just like a podcast of him just kind of talking about whatever. I didn't know there was jokes. Well, but wait. I don't know what we're talking about here. Because all right, we'll play Dalton's thing again.
They get stuck to your teeth, and it's got this weird earthy taste that's disgusting to almost everyone under the age of 65.
Correct.
In a pillowcase filled with Skittles and Mars bars, this might as well be a stalk of parsley. So why does such an inferior product refuse to die? Thousands of these things have been sold every year, and almost no child will enjoy them.
It's true.
The answer,
You never eat them.
it turns out, is a spooky journey into Halloween economics. Economist Milton Friedman famously said there are 4 ways we buy things. Spend your own money on yourself. Spend your own money on someone else. Spend someone else's money on yourself, like Mike Duffy. And finally, the one Justin Trudeau campaigned on, spend someone else's money on someone else. The entire holiday of Halloween falls into the second category. Here, the main drawback is that the buyer isn't concerned about the quality of their purchase, but is very careful about the cost. A bag of 47 Kerr's Molasses Kisses is a rock-bottom $2.50. With a few bags of these, the discerning homeowner can eke out Halloween for less than $10. Now, if trick-or-treaters were buying their own candy,
this makes sense.
there's no way they would bother with anything with the word molasses in its name. And if homeowners weren't footing the bill for the candy, they'd probably splurge on something that wasn't so tremendously disappointing. So there you have it. A hated product capitalizing on a glaring economic efficiency built into one of our most beloved holidays. The Kerr's Molasses Chew is disgusting, unimaginative, and hasn't
So
even
bad.
changed its packaging in 50 years. And it will outlive us all.
And it's so weird because the thing is only Halloween. They're like Halloween wrapping. I don't think they have non-Halloween wrapping.
Your milkshake.
You
Okay,
are
let's go.
listening
Let's
to
get
the
back to what
Billionaire
was going on.
Podcast
Here, 'cause
Network.
I missed something here. Okay, are we saying that we wanted to watch this more of this? Gun hose. You don't. There's no link to any of your videos, dude. I lost them all from when I had to change the stream. There's no gun hose. There are no links to a gun hose video, sir. So if you want to drop, yeah, this isn't what the video was, guys. I'm losing track of shit here. But if you want to gun hose, please go. Thanks again, Ferran. If you guys want to gun hose rage quit, there was no clip.
Brett Hull talks about winning.
Winning doesn't happen by accident. You got to know what you're going for right from the start. You got to think like a winner. If you want to be a winner, you got to think like a winner.
The original Noma GT Snow Racer and the whole winning team, each sold separately. Now with a Brett Hull action poster. Think like a
Probably
winner.
had that Brett Hull action poster. I'm not gonna lie. Nice one, Fran. Fran with the Canadiana. I think the cucumber one was the end. Oh, that's where it started. That's why. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. I thought you wanted that to start.
Just remember, if you can't get it up, it's sold. If every race
so
was
the link that Gun Hose sent started at the end. So I was
in a
like,
video
that's what he
game,
wanted.
what would their stats be? Let's start out
with the blacks.
HP, low. Turns out not having great access to healthcare means you don't live as long. Buffs, Johnson size. Debuffs, credit score, and fat white women. Strength, I'm going to say pretty high. Speed, high, but not high
This is
enough to
going to
escape
piss
their
Gun
masters,
Hose off
apparently.
if he's gone and he doesn't realize that we're watching his thing.
Resistance, awkwardness. Black people are just born with a certain level of swag and have maxed out their support levels. IQ, low. And don't blame me, you're the one skipping school. Sure, you come from a single-parent household with a father in prison and teachers who don't want to put in the effort, but not getting good grades is still your fault. Oh, well, I'm smart. Okay, here's a math problem. You have $250. The stock market goes up an average of 7.5% a year. How much money do you have at the end of the year? The answer is nothing, because you spent it on a new pair of Jordans. Endurance, incredible. I mean, they literally built America. Luck, terrible. To go from slavery to segregation to finally getting your own Band-Aid color is pretty unlucky. Stealth, depends. In daytime, it's terrible, but nighttime, it's max. The only thing you'll see is floating Sauron eyes with an occasional puff from a Newport. Special ability, better at all sports. Have you seen the top 20 basketball players? It's black eye, black eye, black eye, black eye, black eye, black eye, random outlier, black eye, black eye, black eye. Next up, Asians. HP, massive. In the United States, they have the highest life expectancy. Probably because dying isn't nearly as bad as bringing your family shame. Debuffs, sorry Asians, God did you dirty in the Johnson department. Buffs, luckily to balance it out, he made every Asian child size. Strength, in relation to body weight, high. Compared to any black person, low. Speed, average. Unless it's a hot dog eating contest. Then they're an expert in farming. Resistance, proud parents. IQ, Asians are close to maxing out their IQ. I guess having your teacher beat you with a rod, then having your parents beat you with the same rod, is a good way to increase work ethic. Happiness might exist if they had Christmas. You know why Asian kids don't believe in Santa? Because they're the ones making the toys! Endurance, very high. Working in a sweatshop is hard. And I should know because I've walked a mile in their shoes. Luck, average. Which isn't surprising, considering most of them are bots. Special ability, invisibility. I don't even know why ninjas wear masks when you can just back up 10 feet into a crowd and completely disappear. Next up, whites. HP, above average. Buffs, jab applications. Debuffs, a girlfriend with no gag reflex. Strength, physically average. Strength in dominating other countries, max. Speed, like kids on Adderall, high. Resistance, accountability. IQ, average, as we have the smartest and dumbest people out there. I can't even believe Einstein and Vin Diesel are the same species. Happiness, low. You think it'd be high considering we conquer the world, but with every technology technological advancement, we just invent new ways to get depressed. Like my magic phone keeps buffering Django Unchained. Ugh, now I know what being a slave feels like. Endurance, average. Luck, max. Aside from being a man in a first world country, you can't get much luckier than being white. Special ability, winning. White people are like a DLC character that's just better than the rest of the cast. Don't believe me? Go to any museum and check out our KD ratio. Next up, Japanese. HP, well, they have one of the highest suicide rates, so very low. Buffs, tentacle porn. Debuffs,
Why did Asians and Japanese
strength,
have
pretty
separate
high,
categories?
probably because they have a small hitbox. Speed, above average, unless it involves their Nezuko body pillow, then it's feverish. Resistance, big titties. IQ, very high. Japan is on the forefront of technology. They got bullet trains, bidets in every hotel, and their sex bots don't judge you. This doesn't normally happen to me.
There. You tried your best. Would you like me to eat your butt now?
Yeah. Happiness, pretty low, unless you get lucky and have 2 used panties dropped from the vending machine. Endurance, very high. 2 nuclear bombs prove they're good at tanking. Luck, horrible. If you're a girl, you've probably been groped on a train. And if you're a guy, you can't even grope someone without them complaining. Special ability, if you put an unsolved Rubik's Cube in a Japanese woman's... Sorry, this one's really stupid. Okay. If you put an unsolved Rubik's Cube in a Japanese woman's cooter and it comes back solved, she's pregnant. Next up, Koreans. HP, well, their life expectancy is around 83, so very high. Buffs, Gundam style, and BBQ. Debuffs, driving. Strength, it's hard to tell because all the characters use the same skin. Speed, need for. Resistance, feeling loved. IQ, very high. Koreans tend to excel at math. Probably because their dog can never eat their homework. Happiness, Koreans have maxed out their sadness. In America, we're great at ending each other, but South Korea, they're great at ending themselves. Koreans have the highest self-slaughter rate, which might be because of their parents. Korean parents are born with disappointment in their children, which is a great motivator if you want your kid to become a CEO, so he can jump from a higher window. Endurance, very high. Every other week, their next-door neighbor threatens them with nuclear warfare, and yet they still find a way to dance to shit music. Luck, low. This is considered sexy in South Korea. The dude looks like a big toe that wished he became a person, then decided to have a sex change. Special ability, can lower their frame rate when dancing. Next up, Mexican. HP, above average. Buffs, manual labor. Debuffs, paying taxes. Strength, high. Cockfighting taught them to go for the jugular. Speed, very high. Can complete any construction project in half the time of a white person. Resistance, birth control. IQ, low. If they were smart, they'd kidnap their racist farm owners, unionize, pool their money together, buy the farm they're originally working on, then hire another poor race to do the work. Happiness, pretty high, which is surprising considering they spend most of the game completing escort missions. Endurance, max. You ever seen a Mexican not hustling? You can call them drug dealers, criminals, bums, and they'd still be like, si senor, so the whole lawn and the hedges? Luck, terrible. You're so close to America, and yet, so far. Special ability, border crossing. Next up, Indian. HP, well, they believe in reincarnation, so I guess that means they max out their HP. Once it goes to 0, the game just resets with a new character. Buffs, Krishna. Debuffs, reality. Strength, it's gotta be high if they can drink their water and not instantly get diarrhea. Speed, slow. Too many people are playing Train Simulator, causing it to lag. Resistance, spicy foods. IQ, average. They recently landed a rocket on the moon, and yet half their population can't even spell rocket. Happiness, low. There's no such thing as your own room in India. Just a spot on the ground. Endurance? Well, if we're talking about keeping their wife in check, then it'd be max. Luck? Very low. India is one of the most densely populated places on the planet, and they only have like 7 toilets. Special ability, can respawn with a different character. And lastly, Native Americans, who are in desperate need for a buff. Their HP is very low. They have the worst life expectancy out of all the races. Probably because a shaman shaking maracas doesn't help cure cancer. Buffs, peace pipes. Debuffs, spawn camping. Hey, what are you doing on my land? Strength, low. You know what beats a bow and arrow? Any gun. Speed, very low. Which would you rather, 1 horsepower or 640? Resistance, fast travel. IQ, low. If Pocahontas was smart, she would have blown her way to the top. Honeypot the enemy into revealing some of their war plans. But instead, she was too busy getting her clam wet, as her people were the ones actually getting f***ed. Happiness, depends how good my trip is. Endurance, very low. I'm pretty sure there's only like 14 left. Luck, low. That dream catcher isn't preventing nightmares. It's making you live one. And special ability, obviously, tax-free land. So after crunching the numbers, I can safely say the race with the best stats is the whites. Obviously, we always win. Sure, other stats may be better, but there's no patch notes for how broken we are. So that's my vid on which race has the best stats. Special thanks to @user- it looks like he threw his face on the keyboard for giving me this idea. As soon as I read it, I knew I had to do it. It's just so perfect for this channel. And just remember, if you can't get it up, it doesn't mean you're not a man. It just means you're buffering. Wait, I have some delicious updates. So many of you know I started this channel around 9 months ago.
Oh, yeah, I can see how that didn't make any sense to Gun Host. And then I like the fact that he's gone. Thanks, Bill. I was on this podcast called The Fifth Column. You guys can check it out, although I think it's only unpaid. Sorry, this is hell. I mean, I had to at this point. The fact that Gunho's rage quit the after show because I wouldn't play his video. I had to watch the whole thing now. That's just the only way that it could happen. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on here? And now we know. And that's funny. Okay. And we got any more videos here?
Alright, so here we are, one of the elephants. And cool thing about these guys is that
Wow, 292 million views 18 years ago.
they have really, really, really long fronts, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
Was this the first video on YouTube or something? I don't get it. Was this just like... Oh, this was the first ever YouTube video. Okay. I was going to say, I'm like, what is notable about this? But interesting. So that's the first ever video uploaded to YouTube. Is that a fact? If you want old YouTube, here's a classic, a two-parter. Okay, I don't know if we'll have time for two-parters, but...
Good morning. I am ready for school. And, these are clip-on binder rings. And, here's my outfit for today. It's pretty much just what I wore in the Superman video. So, pretty awesome. And, Sophia can see my muscles in this.
What?
Oh yeah, and I have this so I can smell sexy.
Is this guy still on YouTube? Oh yeah, he is.
And, what I can't wait for is that I will be going out with Sophia by today. Because I already have a bunch of stuff planned that I'll say to her. Like, hello little lady, do you want to be saved? And I'll go like this, and I'll just like run real fast down the hall, like that. So it's kind of like, oh, who was that?
This is so weird. That's pretty funny. Let's see part 2 of this.
Waited till so long in the afternoon to do this because just wanted to calm down, cool down.
This didn't work out.
Today was the most embarrassing day of my life.
So crazy that as much as this is true, he's like, I'm gonna put this shit on the internet.
Celebrity Day is next Friday. It's like Fridays are cursed or something. I was just walking down the hall. I was just walking down the halls dressed like this. And everyone else was wearing regular clothes.
Is this true? Must have been doing it.
Why does it happen to me? And everyone would just look at me and they'd be laughing and whispering. And I'm wearing this. This.
It's crazy something could have been so viral. I've like never heard of it, but I'm sure a lot of you are like probably have.
It's just, I can't catch a break. A break. It was so embarrassing.
I'm gonna play the most recent video, Robert. This is supposed to be private? No, it was supposed to be. No way.
So 16 years ago, I posted a video about how I was about to go to school in a costume, and then after school, I came home and posted another video talking about how it was one of the most embarrassing days of my life because I had gotten the days of the celebrity day mixed up, and so therefore it was just very embarrassing because I was the only one in a costume. And so today I am going to answer some questions about that video, and I'm also going to ask for a favor about that video. And I feel a little uncomfortable asking for a favor, and I'm not sure if it's appropriate. So please tell me if it's inappropriate, and I will delete this video for sure. But AI has recommended this and said it could be a good idea, and I hope it is. But basically, sometimes when these videos get posted different places, like TikTok or Shorts, it can help my channel to grow. And so what I've done is I've
Glad to know he's still fucking weird.
I did a link in the description where I've uploaded a lot of different pre-made TikToks and pre-made memes that if you're interested, you can download and then post to those different places like TikTok or Twitter and stuff. And then maybe I can do a live stream soon where I talk about if this worked or not, and maybe I can do like a giveaway to if any of them become successful or something. And also in that live stream, I will answer a lot of your most common questions about the Superman videos. So let's see. The first question I'll answer is, so did your classmates ever see the diaries you posted? While my videos were like some of the most popular on YouTube back then, YouTube wasn't as big as it was now, so none of my classmates ever saw my videos. I never really talked to anyone about it. Some people will ask if I ever dated Sophia. The answer is no. I saw her at a restaurant once as an adult, like 10 years ago. I saw her at a restaurant, but I didn't say hi or anything. And then recently when I've looked her up online, I've seen that she's actually married now. So that's interesting. And I later went on to fall in love with someone else. And so, yeah, that's that answer. And do I regret it? I don't regret it. I don't regret it because while it was a very unpleasant experience at the time, it has actually turned into a big positive in my life. And why did I post the video when I got home from school? I think that at the time I was just posting a lot of video diaries, and it actually made me feel a bit better to be able to post about it, share it with my fans who were watching at the time, and kind of just have some people there who were supportive and kind of, wanting to help me through what was a rough moment. If I could speak to myself back then, what would I say? I would say, don't worry, just keep on going. And actually the interesting thing was 10 days after that happened, I was on TV. I got invited to be on a show called Attack of the Show, and they kind of made fun of me a bit on that show. But I don't really mind that much now. But that was still fun to be on TV. And then also YouTube featured me soon after that. So you never know, like you might think you're having a bad rough patch, but your luck can change very quickly. So, which has happened to me recently even. And so, anything else? Let me know if you have more questions, and I could answer them on the live stream maybe, and I could think of some other fun things to do as well. So thank you for watching, and I also had a fun collaboration planned, but it had to be delayed because someone got COVID, and so I just was thinking.
Was that the most recent video of his? Oh, this is the most recent video. Someone said, what's the most recent video?
Hello everyone. For the first 6 months of the year, I was having some of the best months of my life, just having so much fun posting YouTube videos and things like that. But then 2 months ago, I got some very bad news in my personal life, and since then I've been struggling a lot with feelings of like sadness or self-doubt or feeling like a failure even. And a week ago, I told myself, you know what? You can't have that mindset permanently of feeling like a failure, that kind of thing, because that's not true. And for the past week, since trying to change my mindset, it has been a lot better. It's been a great past week, and I've been traveling non-stop for the past couple months, but I will be back in LA probably in like a few weeks. And once I'm back, I want to get back to posting completely consistently and pursuing being a full-time YouTuber, because that's my dream and I definitely want to keep doing that, and I hope to come back twice as strong. So thank you very much for watching. I'm very grateful for my fans, and I will talk to you soon.
I don't get it. What happened?
Hello everyone. For the last month, I've been dealing with a difficult situation, which is that someone very close to me has become very sick. So I just wanted to share that with you. That way you would know why I've been very inconsistent for the past month.
All right. Oh, great video.
The left side. I shit my pants last night. I did.
Such a good video.
Went out and had a great meal, just a great fucking meal. I had to go to the bathroom so bad in the car. I'm going, Travel, hurry up, man. I got to shit. I had fucking shit in my pants. I went and I'm good twice a year for that. When was the last time you shit your pants? Yeah. Been a while? I was in Vegas a couple years ago. Just an honest to God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there. Went to Kokomo's, a great little steakhouse. The guy brings out some fresh crab legs. These just came in, I gotta give them to you guys. I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. Then I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I gotta get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go.
Okay, Tony's calling. We'll put a pin in that. Hello.
Yo, Mike.
Tony Scarboni. I tried to call you back, and it was making all sorts of crazy noises.
Oh, it must be a phone system. I never thought of it.
Oh, you know what? I've been missing phone calls too. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh shit.
If people want to call back, I really shit the bed on this after show, huh?
I left a message, but I'm just gonna ask everyone here. In Vancouver, we're like the only city in the whole North America who like celebrates Halloween with fireworks. Like, are we the only city? Like, I'm pretty sure. Is it the Asian?
It must be. Asians love fireworks, man.
Oh, we're all about that shit on Halloween. And
yeah, Asians love fireworks. So that's gonna be my assumption of what that is.
I think that's where it comes, like something like scare the demons away with the fucking bang bang.
Asians just love fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the cities have like banned it. I think Port Moody was like the most recent city to ban it. So now I think North Vancouver is the only one where you're allowed to do it, and everywhere else you need a permit for it, which nobody gets. Yeah. And then it's just it becomes a war between the cops and the kids. And I mean, I literally had to run some kids over just to get to my compound because
you ran some kids over.
Well, I mean, you're getting in the way, and you're shooting me down with fireworks. You're gonna expect to fucking feel some rubber.
You're
gonna
die, is what Tony Scarboni's saying.
Hi, man, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. You can go and shoot the shit and have the cops chase you.
You know what I will say though? I like better than fireworks. I like the drone shows.
Really?
Have you ever seen those?
I think they're boring as fuck.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'm a fucking dweeb, but this is
This
was at the last Grateful Dead show, or one of them in Colorado. I think it was in San Francisco, the final night, and they did these crazy drone shows. I'm like, you just can't do that shit with. You just can't do that stuff with fireworks.
Now fireworks, they're probably more expensive and like more consumption, more wasteful, but you're missing the impact of, it's not just the visual spectacle, but the sound of, yeah.
That's true. You do get the explosions. Maybe some sort of combination.
Yeah, people can't get enough. It's all about the explosions. I mean,
I guess maybe you could add the explosions and the drone shows, because like this right here is fucking badass. Like all the stuff
that would be, you know what? If you could do that, and then Buddy can afford a home, I think that would be.
Where's the other one?
You know, that would be the triple play, triple win.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like this shit. The skeleton. That's pretty crazy.
Oh.
Look at that's crazy. The skeleton tipping his hat of drones. That's insane.
I mean, yeah, but now I'm here you have in the distance you see a bunch of shit, and then you could hear it as well. Like it.
Yeah.
I know it's old school, but fuck, dude, it's just something about it. You know, why do the Americans go so hard with the 4th of July? Because it's about rockets and bombs and shit blowing up and the whole visual spectacle of it all. And
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, someone says the fireworks are not more expensive. Zach says that, so there you go. But I guess Maxime doesn't like the drone shows. I don't know. I guess some people do like them. I guess it depends.
It depends. Like drone show, you can do things with the drone shows that you can't do with fireworks, but
yeah, and vice versa.
You're missing the sound. You're missing the audio.
That is true. When I was on the 150th anniversary of Canada,
oh yeah, 2017.
2017, I was in Ottawa.
Yeah.
For Canada Day 2017, and and I was all fucked up. I think I was on maybe acid or something, and they had the craziest fireworks thing. It was like nuts. It wouldn't end, and it was so intense. It was so cool.
Yeah, I think that was just another year in Vancouver. I was downtown. I was around Vancouver, and it was just another year of fucking. It was another year, but it was the 20th.
Did I say butt fuck? Or
anniversary.
Tony Scarboni said butt fucks. Did you say butt
probably,
fuck?
I'd probably Tony Scarboni. Probably me saying butt fuck.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Hopefully. Anyway. But yeah, no, I've noticed that it's happening right now. It's a war zone. The kids are doing shit they shouldn't be. The cops are chasing them. You know, pounded screech brew. You take a screech brew, you pound it, you light it up, and instead of it screeching, it just fucking blows up.
Yeah, I will say I did not know that they did fireworks for Halloween, to be honest, in Vancouver.
It's a big deal here.
Until you just told me now.
Even though
I had no idea.
They're moving away. I've noticed it less over the years because many cities are banning the sale of them, but there's still a bunch of private companies that kind of pop up out of nowhere and sell them. You're supposed to buy. You have a permit to buy it. Like you're supposed to get a permit from the fire department or something. But no one's fucking doing that. It's like an extra cost. No one's fucking doing it. Everyone's still making it happen. They're still shooting. It's every Halloween, man. Especially if it's on a Friday or Saturday night. It's the cops hate it.
Yeah,
you know they always complain about it, but
yeah, that is
man.
News to me.
Yeah, no, and I think we're the only place in North America that really does it.
I mean, there must be.
Like everyone moves here and they're like, "What is this shit?"
There must be some Asian enclaves in North America.
We've been doing this since fucking the beginning of time, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I had no idea. All right, Tony. How's everything otherwise?
Pretty all right. I'm the barge kicked me off, and now I'm back on the barge. So.
Got kicked off the barge, and we're back on the barge. All right. Well,
that's right. That's right. And I'm a bit okay. I already know what you're gonna say, but basically, I was supposed to go to a show with someone, and they blew me off. And it's like, what the fuck? They just completely. They promised me this and that, and then they fucking disappear and don't respond. And it's like the move is to not fucking speak to them again. But like, why do people do that shit? I don't know.
You know what? You don't need them. There's plenty of people out there. You know,
man, that's fine. I've known this person for over 10 years, and like you're doing that shit.
And like what, they ghosted you, or they just like last minute?
Pretty much.
Can't make it.
They ghosted me completely. They promise will take you going. It'll be this event, this whole thing, and then the night before, hey, trying to confirm where you at, blah blah blah. No, just they didn't. It's not like they blocked me either. They aren't picking up the call or responding to the message.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up.
It's fucking like really fucked. It's one thing if it's like, oh, just fucking a few months, like, all right, see you later, whatever. But I've known this person for like 10 years. And it's just, what are you doing?
That sucks. All right, I gotta go, Tony.
All right, take the calls. Talk to you soon.
Later, right. By the way, sorry for anybody who called into the after show number. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. Okay, that's what happened. Let's watch the rest of this video, and then I gotta wrap this up.
Fuck. And I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so fucking heavy, and all of a sudden I go, So I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. Then I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I got to get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go, oh, fuck. And I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so fucking... I'm
All right, I'll answer this. Hello?
Hey, Danny.
Hey.
I have a comedian question.
Go ahead.
So when it comes to some of these comedians getting very like popular and big, like Bert Kreischer,
Yep.
etc.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what people actually think about people like that. Obviously, they give opportunities to other comedians. Like Giannis just went on his cruise. I like Bert. I understand that he is not for everyone, but
Yeah.
I think he's funny. You know, he's.
I like
whatever,
Bert. I mean,
he's-
comedy is so like obviously there's people who are objectively good and objectively bad, which exists where like, but not on the higher levels like where he's at, but definitely in clubs and stuff. You could be like, this person is objectively bad, and then they like put them up and they do badly, and you go like, people like the people there did not like
Well-
it, but like
Well,
people who love Bert, like
more
love
so I'm
him.
saying, like, it's more kissing the ring, I guess. You have to kind of like. It seems like it's kind of like high school, where it's like, oh, this person's tapping me to let me open for them.
Yeah. I mean, that's
in
like
terms of-
a lot of times that's just people you're friends with, like people when you see like openers or whatever. It's just like a lot of times people they're friends with, or like just people they like, or you know, very rarely is it someone like some big comedian sees a clip of some guy and goes like, oh my god, this guy's like the next big thing. I need to have him open for me.
Well,
It's just like someone you want to hang out with usually.
I get that, but I'm saying giving opportunities to people, and I guess my question more so is like, do people respect people like that? Like comedians that maybe aren't on that level, that more so were just like, hey,
Do people? Well, there's a lot of like bitterness, hatred in comedy. So like some people will hate on Bert, but like, did they respect him for doing that? You mean like for bringing like kind of lesser known comics?
I guess my question is, do people actually respect someone like that?
I mean, people respect Bert for sure. I mean, like, you know, he's he's a super good dude. Like I've yet to really hear any bad stuff about him. I think he has some drama with Joe Rogan, to be honest. I don't know what that's about though, but I've heard that secondhand that they have some sort of issue. I don't know what it is, but
Well, he talks a lot. He talks a lot. So
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
probably makes sense. No, but I guess I mean more like someone like, I'm a fan of comedy. I call it all the time. So
yeah.
I mean more like, you know, like I like you, I like Ryan, I like Mark Norman, Joe List.
Oh yeah, by the way, actually, for those of you who are watching, it's not a guarantee, but Mark Norman said he was going to come to the bathhouse tomorrow night. So
I'll definitely call him tomorrow then.
yeah.
So Mark can roast me.
Yeah,
but
he
in
might
general,
bail,
I'm
but
saying, like that's the weird thing as a fan of like a bunch, like I'm a loser, so I just am fans of a lot of people in comedy. Like
yeah, you like
enjoy
I mean, dude,
podcasts.
I was like when I was not doing comedy, I was super into comedy. Like I would have if comedy, if their internet and everything like existed when I was like, you know, not doing comedy, I would have been exactly like, or not existed, but like how social media and how comedy is now, like I would have been exactly like you.
Yeah, so I'm more curious how the layer or the levels of it work in terms of. It seems like it's a meritocracy, obviously, but obviously
it is more so now because
comedians hate each other.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a workplace to a degree. I think every workplace you get people who don't like each other. It's more of a meritocracy now more than ever, just because a lot of it has to do with how many tickets you sell, and you basically like nobody. But it is and it isn't. You know what? Because if you go look at like Just for Laughs, like so Just for Laughs in Canada, they have their I'm aware of that. I guess that my question more is like, are some of these people just sucking dick just because they need to suck dick to improve their careers? Versus some people do, yeah,
actually,
for
like,
sure.
being friends.
Yeah, like
and like
so-
when you see people
yes.
at the clubs and all that stuff, and you're like, hey, this guy's selling really well, so I'm going to suck up to him.
I mean,
guess
yeah,
get it.
I mean, some people might do that, but for the most part, like, yeah, like, look, there's always going to be people you go like, how the fuck did that guy or a girl get in the mix? And you go, yeah, they kind of like, you know, they're just good at that element of the business, which is like some people are just good at the socializing, like networking thing, and they just get in the mix. I mean, there's definitely no shortage of that. But nobody, and it used to be those people would become huge stars because it used to be that like there was like, you know,
Whitney
5.
Cummings.
Well, there's just like
think Whitney Cummings is kind of. I think
I like
she's
Whitney
actually
Cummings.
funny.
I've never seen her
think
stand up, but as a person, I like her. But
No,
like,
no, I listen to her podcast on occasion, and she actually seems like she's gotten. I think she was a cunt back in the day, but I
maybe,
think she
yeah.
now-
I don't know her too well, but like it used to be a thing
Grown
where
out of
like, you
it.
know, Comedy Central used to be able to just say like, hey, we like this person. We're going to make this person a star. And they just did. And like, even if they weren't that good, they were managed, like they just were like, here's a TV show for this person. Sometimes it obviously didn't work, but they would be like, they would give the person so much shit and they would just decide this person is going to be a star. And like, sometimes that worked. That doesn't really exist anymore. Like you can be given a Netflix special, but if your Netflix special is not that good, no matter what, even if they put it on the fucking first page on the day it comes out, if people are not watching it to the end or they're not like watching it a lot, like the Netflix is not going to keep it
Yeah,
up
they'll
there.
get booted from the stage.
They'll just get booted from like the front, from the front page or whatever. So like Netflix, I know tons of people who have Netflix specials and it's like, it's no guarantee of anything.
Yeah, they're dog shit. I mean, there's plenty of people. I don't care for. I don't want to talk shit about anyone because I'm not a Reddit poster that's going to go on and talk shit about someone.
Yeah.
But I would say there are people. I guess the root of what I'm trying to ask is someone like Louis J. Gomez. What's their connection to like a Mark Normand or?
They're just buddies.
given the
Like
famous-
Lewis and Norman have been doing comedy together for a decade or more, you know? Like
No, but, and I believe that. I'm just saying, like, how I guess it seems like it's just high school.
Everything is like everything in the world is relationships. Like obviously at some point, like you can't like if you're shit at baseball, then it doesn't matter that your dad owns a fucking baseball team. Your relationship is not going to help you get in the majors. But like with comedy, thanks, Fran. I'll play your link in a second. But with comedy, it's just like, again, you know, people want to hang out with their friends. Like that is the number one thing. Like when you see a tour of people, I assure you there's no scenario where someone's bringing someone on tour who like, you're like, you know what, that guy sucks to hang out with. Like that'll never happen. Like they bring people who they want to just
get that
hang
for
out
sure.
with. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just kind of interesting to like think about what the actual relationships are.
I mean, look, like these people are all,
Between
everybody's pretty like friendly with each other in comedy. There's not like a lot of like, you know, like hate or whatever. But like, I mean, Shane's like a good example. Like Shane just brings his boys on tour with him. Like it's all just like, you know, Six and, you know, like fucking Tommy and Gardini and just like he brings all his fucking
Chris O'Connor.
Yeah, O'Connor. Like he just brings all these boys who like he just likes hanging out with.
No,
And the thing, here's another thing too, with like people are there to see him. So like if one of his boys is like eats shit that night, like nobody cares. Nobody there is just there to see them, so nobody really cares.
Yeah, I'm not a hater at all. I'm more like I love Shane. I love McCusker. I subscribe to the Patreon of Stuff Island with Tommy and Chris O'Connor.
Yeah.
I used to listen to our Gardini's podcast. He just ended it, but yeah.
Oh, they ended. What do you mean he ended his podcast? T-Swav?
He's moving to Austin, so him and
I thought
Big
Chris,
are,
but I thought Chris is moving there too.
maybe so. But they just posted last week their last episode, so they
Oh
were
shit!
ending the podcast. So.
Oh, that sucks. I thought Chris was moving with him.
Well, maybe they're gonna
Maybe they'll bring it back.
revamp it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they were trying to get more posters or more viewers, but
Maybe.
No. It's just
Yeah, I'm
it
not sure.
seems like I guess it depends on the club that you work at as well, kind of who you hang out with on a weekly basis.
Yeah, for sure. Like their clubs, different people hang out at different clubs. Like, And look, I'll tell you for sure in New York City, like some clubs, they definitely aren't looking for necessarily the best comedians. There's a lot of factors that go into getting booked at just.
So
like
I would
a
say
club in New
my
York.
favorite comedians that I listen to their podcasts and I kind of follow on Instagram and stuff. They're all at the stand, not necessarily the Cellar, because all the Cellar comedians that can headline theaters are on the road constantly.
Yeah, the Cellar is like the thing with the Cellar is they have 4 clubs there, and so they just have way more comics at the Cellar. Like the Cellar used to be super super exclusive, but it's just not like as exclusive anymore.
It's not what it was at all.
Well, it used to be like they had this one tiny club where it was like it seated 80 people and it was like the basement, the main one. And then now there's like 4 giant clubs and like, so anyways, but yeah, I mean, again, though, like some people, that's just like your, I guess, preference, but other people would disagree. Like some people would be like, they like the kind of comedy that happens at like New York Comedy Club, for example, which is like a different, maybe just like
I
a
don't know.
different,
I feel
yeah,
like
like just like a different
Stand is
style.
kind of having a moment now.
I mean, I agree with
People
the Stand stuff. Like, I think the Stand has probably like the best.
Like I think Karen Feehan's funny. She's probably the only female comic in New York that I find funny. But
yeah,
I'm also not a hater, so I'm not going to say anything negative about anyone else. But
yeah. I mean, again, comedies just teach their own, All right, I got a bogey. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
No,
taking too much.
dude, not at all. Not at all. All right, thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
Peace. All right, everybody, that's been the after show. Should we watch the rest of this fucking him shitting his pants? Okay, we have to.
Fuck, I can't move. All of a sudden,
watch this and then we'll wrap it
felt all right. I went just like this. Water. I had some food poisoning from the crabs. Take off my leather jacket, tied it around my waist, and I'm just standing there, and it's just running down my leg. I got jeans on, black bucks, no socks, and I just start fucking walking. Every time I'm walking, something's coming out. It's water, straight fucking water. Then, to show you how sick I was, then I'm standing outside, and I got my cell phone, and I called the guy. I said, Larry, you won't believe this. I'm standing outside the fucking Bellagio. I can't move. I got shit everywhere. I shit all over myself. And Larry's about a 48 waist. So he brings me over a pair of pants and some towels. And so he comes over and he meets me where I tell him where I'm standing. He finds the closest bathroom. When you go up the escalator to go into I can't get in the elevator. It's 12 o'clock at night. So he goes in, he finds the closest bathroom in the lobby of the hotel. And then I get in the escalator. And he kind of pretends like he dropped something so no one gets behind me, tells me where it is. I go in there. He goes and gets the towel all wet for me, throws it over the fucking stall. I take off all my fucking clothes, just wipe off, leave my shoes, my pants, everything right there, the towels right there in the stall. And I'm walking barefoot with my shirt and his pants that are 48 waist through the lobby like this at midnight. Got up in the morning, took the most perfect double tapered shit I've ever had in my life. True story. Who's the pitchers in this game?
Georgia Brett, everybody. All right, that's been the after show. Thank you very much for joining me all this evening. George Brett is a legend. Reagan says, bumped into Lemaire at King Fest here. Said, what's up, Lemaire? I'm good. How are you? Lemaire's the man. Honestly, most comics are very nice people. They're pretty chill. Some of them are socially awkward, which might explain if you ever have a weird social experience with them, myself included. Sometimes I've been high, really high, like on an edible, and then someone like walks up to me and they're like, hey, and I go, I'm awkward. I don't know. Yeah, that is, yeah, he must have been mic'd up for something else. All right. Tomorrow night, new episode of The Bathhouse. Otherwise, and we'll get across the stream soon. I'm sorry about that. See you all very soon, everybody. Good show tonight. Oh, bye-bye. The Philly dudes are the shit. Yeah. Okay, bye.